guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Ndifon Ntui, and on this channel I make sewing tutorials. I post new videos on Wednesdays and on Saturdays, so please make sure to check back on those days in order to watch new content. I have made a video on my channel before on how to sew a smocked dress, so you will need to see that video in order to understand what's going on here. In that video I showed how to draft the dress, and I also gave tips on how to sew the dress. But in the comment section of that video, a lot of people still had questions about when are you going to use, when do you employ straight thread instead of stretchy thread, how do you hold the size. People just had general questions, because in that video I only showed how to draft it. So this video is a video on how to sew it. So to fully understand what's going on here, you need to see the other video on how to draft it if you do not know how to draft a smocked dress already. But in this video I'm making it as a top. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe. If you're a beginner or if you're a person that wants to brush up on your skill, I offer online courses. I'll be showing a demo how to make a jumpsuit for you to watch and see if learning online will be convenient for you. If you're interested, send a Telegram message to the number that you can see on the screen. Okay, have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye. In that video you will understand how I drafted the patterns that you can see in front of you, the bodies that we have here, and the sleeve that is meant for it. Okay, and in that video I said that you're going to use your hand when you are trying to roll on your elastic thread. Okay, you're going to have to use your hand to roll on your elastic thread so that you don't stretch it while you are trying to roll it on, and the elastic thread goes to the bobbin. Okay, so let me roll it on now. Make sure not to stretch it as you are rolling it over the bobbin. We have a bobbin that has elastic thread in it. Now, since I'll be showing you how to sew it, you also need to have a bobbin that you roll with regular thread, because some parts of the sewing process you will need to use the elastic thread that's horizontally, but if you are sewing vertically you cannot use the elastic thread. You're going to need to use regular thread when you are sewing places where you need structural integrity. Okay, so for this I'm going to just simply use my machine to roll on regular thread on this bobbin. So have two bobbins, one with elastic thread, one with regular thread. I'll be back. Now for the first step, you're going to put your regular thread. Okay, you're going to use, I have black already. You're going to use your regular thread, not the elastic thread, underneath first, because we'll need to hem the sleeve. The first part we'll work on is the sleeve. So for that you're going to use regular thread. For my sleeve I kept 1 inch of hemming allowance under it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply fold ½ inch the first time and fold ½ inch again. Then I'm going to sew from the beginning, from here all the way down. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the thread that we have underneath, and then I'm taking out the regular thread now and I'm putting my elastic thread underneath because I want to start sewing across. So I'm going to now, so you see on top of here, the thread that is on top is not stretchy, so the thread coming from the machine and going into the needle is regular thread. The one underneath is the stretchy thread. Now I just finished stitching this. I'll take this to my ironing table. I want to iron this part I just stitched now so it lays flatter. Okay, so now it's time for me to begin. This has been ironed, so I'm going to start from right where I had my thread. Okay, from that point I'm going to stitch from here all the way down. After you make the first stitch, okay, the space between the first elastic stitch and the second one that you make, okay, the space you keep between all of them is ½ inch. So I'm going to keeping that space of ½ inch between my stitches all the way up to the top. Okay, so look what I have done so far. You can see all we have here. Now I'm 1.5 inches away from the top. So you see this part here, I'm 1.5 inches away from the top, so I'm about to make my last stitch of 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to leave a clean 1 inch at the top so that I'll be able to hem when I have joined this part here to the body. So when it starts to when you are stitching and you notice that it's becoming more and more difficult to keep it flat, please make sure that you keep the fabric you are stitching on flat. Don't just push it when it's twisted, because you can see that here it's a bit gathered. Don't push it and just run over it because you are getting tired, or you want to, or you're just not paying attention to all those details. If you do that, you reduce the overall width of the sleeve. So what you want to do is make sure you open it flat. Okay, you want to take your time with it like so. Clear the way ahead and then complete the stitch all the way down. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other sleeve. I'm going to repeat this same step on my other sleeve, and I'm going to be back to show you the next step that we are going to take. Okay, so now after you have stitched all from beginning to end, this is the result that you should have. Now if you take a look at this, you will see that this one here, I have finished the bottom, so that this is where the arm is going to fit into. Now how did I do that? Now you're going to take away, remove your elastic thread from your bobbin. Okay, so the under thread, now you're going to use regular thread for the thread that's coming from inside the machine. Okay, that's the thread that you put underneath. Okay, so when you have that, you're going to sew 1/2 inch from here down. So this is the sleeve. So you see this part here, this part that you have here is the curve for the sleeve. This is the bottom part of the sleeve. You're going to run 1/2 inch. And then the next thing you have to do is you're going to use, if you want to use an overlocker to finish this, you can do that. So if you have like a weaving machine, you can use that to simply finish the edge that you have here. Next thing is for us to start working on the body. Alright, so we're going to get the body next, and then we're going to join them together. So you see, if I open this up, this is the body that we have here. What you can see here is the armhole. Okay, the armhole. This is the top part over here. Now I'm going to join any side. You can pick either the left or the right. I want you to join it together from the top all the way down 1/2 inch. Okay, and then now I want you to finish this edge in a similar manner too. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hem the bottom. So as for the body, I didn't keep only 1 inch at the bottom. I kept 1.5. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold 1/2 inch. Okay, so whatever you keep, if you keep 1 inch at the bottom, make sure you fold half. But I kept 1.5, so I'm going to fold half. Then I'm going to fold 1 inch. Okay, so the body is very, very similar to the sleeve. It's just like that, it's a bigger pattern. So what we're going to do is still the same thing. We're going to take out, at this point, remove. Now all along we've been using our regular thread. Ever since the last time I told you use your regular thread, it has not changed. That's when we're trying to put the sleeve together. But now I'm switching back to my my elastic thread. Okay, so after you switch, next thing is to continue stitching. So now you're going to come from one side of the body, because we've joined the front and the back together, but really with the way the pattern is, there is no front, there is no back. Any way you wear it is correct. We're going to start from one side and go all the way to the other side. I'm going to run like 2 lines for you to see, but I'm basically just keeping the space of 1/2 inch all the way to the top. Okay, so you can see I have used my elastic thread to run from the bottom, from where you saw you last saw me stitching, from the last time you saw me stitching, and I've come all the way up to the armhole. Okay, so now I want to show you how I'm going to go about it. So what you saw me doing at the bottom here is what I've done everywhere. Just get a space of half an inch between each of my lines. Now we're back to the top again. You can see we have an armhole here that has not been joined. We have this armhole here where we joined before. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what to do on one side, at least from the top, and then on this other side you're going to have to repeat the same, whatever I do here, repeat on this other part. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a space of 1 inch. If you remember, on the sleeve we left 1 inch away from the top. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to leave 1 inch, and that's where I'm going to place my first stitch. Okay, so now you can see that I have stitched from the bottom here, from the bottom all the way up to the top of the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to change your the thread in your bobbin. So I'm taking out the elastic now, and I'm installing regular thread. So from here on we're going to be using regular thread until I say we're going to join the sides together. So we're going to come to the side, put them together. We're going to stitch this from here all the way to the top. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to install our sleeves. Now you're going to get one of the sleeves, turn everything to the correct side. So I've turned my top. So you can see this is the correct side. All my rough edges are on the inside. Now what I'm going to do next is this. I'm going to take my sleeve. My sleeve has also been turned to the correct part, to the right side. Okay, so you can see this. My joining is on the inside. I'm going to come over to this part here, and I'm going to join the sleeves together to the body. So you see this, I'm keeping the clean side of my sleeve. This side here is the clean side. This is the clean side facing the clean side of the fabric. I'm now going to join them, consuming only half an inch from here around. So that's how you're going to fix the sleeve. Okay, if I turn to the front, you'll see that now I have fixed the sleeve onto the body. Now you can see that. So now after you've done that to the second sleeve as well, you are now done with the top. The last thing we're going to do is just to hem the top part. So you see why I left the 1 inch, so that by the time I hem, the top part has a clean hem. Not that I'll hem here, then hem the sleeve, hem this other sleeve, then they'll now be joining at the top, because the top part here will be one of the most visible parts of your top. So you want it to be really clean. Okay, so you can start from really anywhere. Forward half an inch twice. Remember, we kept 1 inch, so that means we have to forward half inch twice to consume the 1 inch that we kept. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to forward half inch twice, and then and with that you are done with the top. Make sure to go around, check the inside, cut all any excess, anywhere you have any excess thread laying around. That's what you're going to do now, to just neaten everything up. But with that, we are done with the top. This is one sleeve, the other sleeve, the body. Okay, that's how you sew your top neatly. For all the places that we've joined you take it to your overlocker and finish it, like the armhole and everywhere. But yeah, that's how you join it. I made this video because a lot of people were asking some questions like how do you run down the side, use a stretchy thread, how do you turn this, how do you turn that. So this video should answer all those questions. All right, so have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.